Hello, testing, testing. Okay, we're live. Good. Okay. And, okay. I'm just, before I start the debate, before I even start the debate, I want to mention something real quick. My last stream was a bit short, and the reason for that was, the last stream I did, I thought that my debate performance was admittedly really, really bad. I was probably just having a rough day that day. It's whatever. Okay, let's just see what podcasts there are. Let's go to debate. Political plus worldviews. Ooh. Whimper contest. What the fuck is up with Roblox? What? Anyways. I hopefully. Okay. I'm gonna create a new podcast room. It was you turned me into a shoe once. Yes, you were. I remember you. I remember you turned me into a shoe once. Not even once. You turned me into a shoe twice, actually. You have turned me into a shoe twice in a row. I still remember the first time. Don't you even go thinking that I forgot about that. Get ramshooed. Alright, now that I'm in Roblox, I now have to filter everything I say because Roblox, um, they have a very questionable intelligence. I'll do 10 minutes this time. But welcome everyone who just joined a stream. Um, if you just joined a stream, um, and are wondering why the stream yesterday was cut short, long story short, I felt like um, my debate performance was really, really bad. And I kind of just needed a break from it because, something I don't tell everyone is, like, I don't really have that much, self confidence in my abilities yet at the moment. So, yeah, that's why the stream was cut short yesterday. It was supposed to be 3 hours, but it ended up being an hour and a half. Hopefully, this one will go for 3 hours, but if it doesn't, that's fine. I mean, hopefully, we have some good debaters here today. For everyone who wants to join the debate, I put the Roblox game in my chat, and the room name should be Debate Me a Liberal. We have someone. Rocky, come up. How are you doing today?
It was good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing it. Oh my gosh, you're actually pretty quiet. Hold on. I'm gonna. Alright, speak again?
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing good. What do you want to debate about?
First of all, I just want to know your political standing in terms of the this is quite been made by society, but the left and the right or the center. Where would you say you stand?
Center left, which is basically liberal.
All right, because I'm leaning to the right, but I'm a I'd say I'm pretty in the middle.
Okay. What's your opinion on the deportation of undocumented migrants?
I'm not sure because I think that migrants in themselves is absolutely fine. I think it's key to having a diverse culture and allowing a culture to change over time for the better. Um, However, I do think that if people come in illegally, as much
Yeah.
as I do think that they're humans and they've got their own problems and they're fleeing from their problems sometimes, like I completely agree with that and I have compassion towards them. However, I feel that if they are not documented in a if they're not documented somewhere as being a legal citizen in the state, then I believe that if they go on to commit crimes, not because they're a migrant, but simply because they're human, and some humans do commit crimes, I think that it could be bad for the victim, as they will not be able to be tracked down as easy if they are not documented things such as their fingerprint, their blood type, and other things like that.
That is actually a really good stance, in my opinion. In my opinion, my main question would be, just do you think mass deportation would be a viable solution or no? Like, would it be a good
No,
solution? Okay, that's all right.
no.
Then we pretty much agree on that. Do you agree on like the undocumented migrants who haven't committed a violent crime or have a violent background? Do you believe in giving them a pathway to citizenship, like documenting them?
I think definitely a pathway to citizenship. I think it should just obviously be, it is obviously a million times better if it is done once they enter the country and it's done through, getting a valid visa, etc., and actually being like doing it the way that, I feel benefits everybody in terms of time and energy.
Okay. Um. Okay, so we pretty much agree on that then. What is your opinion on T people?
I'm not sure. As a Christian myself, I think that they deserve the utmost respect, and I think they do have body dysmorphia, which is a known mental illness, and they do have a problem with that. I don't think that they're any less as a person. Obviously, just like someone with depression or anxiety, not comparing the two, but just saying in terms of just general mental problems. However, I do think that they if a male says he is a woman when he's biologically a male, he is not a woman.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's a fair position. I guess your position is more so you don't believe in it, but you're not going to like invalidate someone who thinks they're that way, right?
I mean, I won't address someone biologically incorrectly. However, I don't think that, like I said, that they're any less of a person, and I do not, have any desire to harm them in any way because I think that they deserve love and compassion just like anybody else.
That's a fair position to have, in my opinion. I guess my position is I do believe that they are a valid identity, but even if you don't believe that, I think in general, just acknowledging that they are still a human being and that they are just as important as a person, that they shouldn't have their rights taken away just because they identify as something, right?
Yes, definitely.
So even if you don't believe in the identity, it shouldn't invalidate someone, right? That's just my opinion on it. So
Yeah, I get you. We,
I,
we on the same wavelength.
yeah, all right. What's your opinion on? I mean, do you like what the orange guy is doing, the current president?
No,
Okay, I don't either.
I think that
Um,
it's very recent that the people are starting to wake up though.
yeah, yeah. I mean, was there anything? What was there anything that you did like that he did?
I don't know. The only things I'd say about him that I do like I'm very much against him. However, I think that his competence is something that can be admired. Like there's always bad things about different people. For example, like there's always I don't know how to put this, but he has got the charisma that you need. He's just not using that for good.
Okay, that kind of sums up. Uh, that kind of sums up everything. Um, uh, I mean, I guess there's not really much we can debate about. I think, to be honest.
Abortion.
Oh yeah, AB. What do you think of AB?
I'm firmly against it in pretty much every case. Not every case, but pretty much every case.
Okay. I well, I mean, and don't get me wrong. When it comes to the moral opinion of AB, I don't agree with AB in most cases, but I don't believe in outlawing it for several reasons. And is it okay if I can tell you those
Okay,
reasons?
of course.
Okay. First of all, uh, cases in SA and Alabama is one.
Mm.
Especially if the victim is young, like really young. Another way where another thing I believe AB is very necessary for is when the mother's life is at risk. So
Mm.
I guess my question to you would be like what do you when do you think AB is necessary?
Well, I think I mean you're kind of on the same opinion as me, but also different. I think that you got to look at stats. I know a lot of stats are wrong, but you got to look at the vast majority and make some kind of estimated guess. Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark. But uh, I think it was like 97% of abortions have nothing to do with SA or affecting the mother's life at all.
Which I mean,
So
even disregarding that, like should we ban AB altogether because most of it is used for something that's like selfish per se?
that's what I'm saying in very, very specific cases. For
It's like if I were to
example,
say that we should ban all guns because some of them is used to literally unalive people.
well, I think SA is a case that I think it should be an option. I know it can not necessarily be proved, but That is one of the things I think should be an option to be able to legally get it. Also, when it affects the
I
mother's
mean,
life, I completely
I
agree.
guess the
However,
problem is
yeah,
more so like we have moralities, right? But I think the morality is kind of different. The morality on your case would be that you don't want to harm the child. Is that correct?
yeah, I think every
Okay.
child
My
deserves the right
morality
to
is I
life.
don't want to harm the woman. Like I don't want to force a woman to carry something that she didn't even consent to in the first place. And
That's why I think it could be an option.
okay, so you believe it should be an option in cases of SA and Alabama?
We just overall, yes.
Okay. Uh I guess we kind of agree a little bit. Like do you believe it should be like
But I don't.
banned, like outlawed?
I don't think. I don't think the two consenting adults or people over the age of consent, two consenting people over that are both over the age of consent, should be able to, engage in activities and get pregnant accidentally and then just simply get rid of the child. I think that is shameful.
Okay. And I mean that's a whole new topic. I don't have a like strong opinion on that type of scenario, but I do know what I do know is that I do have a strong opinion when it comes to people who are S8 or Alabama, um, or like uh, when the mother's life is at risk. That is what I do know,
Yeah, completely. I completely agree.
and so I guess we disagree on some things, agree on a lot of things. There's just a couple things that we disagree with. I guess. What's his life? It should be on my Roblox page, on my Roblox profile. Um well
What
I mean,
platform?
I guess we agree on most things. So is it okay if I can go on to the next person?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you for coming on. I hope you have a good day. Um I'm going to bring up Flea next, and uh I'm going to bring up Moore next. How are you doing, Flea?
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing today?
Hey, how's it going? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What do you want to debate about?
Whatever you want, man. I thought you had some good questions there.
Okay.
I was hoping you'd bring the debate.
Okay. Um. Well, we were originally talking about. I mean, we were just asking a question. What's your opinion on the mass deportation of undocumented migrants? In the
Um,
context of American politics, from your accent, it doesn't sound like you're from America.
yeah, no, I wouldn't be, but I know about it, you know. It's
Okay.
all over the news all the time because of the big man, the Great White Hope, as they call him. But I think we should keep them. To be honest, I don't think we should get rid of them. Well, I don't think you should get rid of them
Okay.
in the context of America.
I agree. Okay. Um. What is your opinion on AB? I can't say the full word.
Yeah, is that the thing where you get the baby and
Yeah.
that's what you're referring to?
Hmm.
Yeah. Honestly, in that situation, depending on what's going on, like how it happened, we should just get rid of both of them.
Get rid of both of them.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean by
Like
that?
I don't think we should be like exterminating a life to help another. I don't think that should happen.
Okay, so
If you're catching my drift here.
wait. So you're saying we should be unaliving the?
Sorry, repeat that?
You're saying we should be unaliving the perpetrator and the?
No, it's just if the woman's going to die, I'd say we let her die.
Oh, okay. Um. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's a hard disagreement. Why do you believe so?
Just because I don't think it should be fair. Because, there's a lot of things that aren't fair. So I don't think that should be It's the same as taxes. Like if you're gonna have taxes, they're not fair. You know?
Okay, so maybe we should be making taxes fair. Like, in a society,
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that at all. I think we should keep the taxes the way they are.
in the way it is in America, oh boy.
Yeah. No, because you see, the way I'm thinking is, let's say me and you, we start a business, we get rich. Tax helps us. We're gonna get more rich.
Okay.
You know?
Uh, while screwing over the bottom, like
Yeah,
the
but they don't matter anymore when we're at the top. We're not even gonna be thinking about them. We're gonna be thinking about us and our like how much more money we can make.
okay. So in my opinion, I'm a lot more moral than that, right? I don't believe in hoarding all of the money. Like, I believe there should be some kind of wealth distribution. I'm not saying there,
Yeah,
like,
well, I don't think we should be giving all of the money at the top to the homeless.
no, I'm not
You
saying
know,
that. I'm not saying that.
I think we should leave them where they are.
No, well, I'm saying
Maybe
I'm
the
saying
business,
the top
the business
1% should be
people-
paying a bit more taxes than they currently are. In the United States, the top 1% actually pays less a percentage of their income in taxes than the rest of the entire population.
But doesn't that make sense though? Because they're making more money, so the government don't want to be taking as much money from them.
So we're screwing over the bottom 90% of income earners.
Yes.
So we're just. You do realize that in America, most people live paycheck to paycheck, which is not enough money to go around.
Yeah, but when those people, if they get their big break, become in the top 1%, they want to stay that way. Maybe I'm just immoral. Maybe, because you see, your silence is deafening, and I feel like I'm being judged here.
To be honest, I am kind of silently judging you. I'm not. No offense, of course. But it
Oh,
is
none taken.
really, it is really questionable. So you're saying that the top 1% of income earners should actually have more money, right? You're saying they should have more money, or just how they are right now?
No, I don't think they should have more money, but I don't like the way people say, "Oh, let's get these people to give their money to the homeless." No, keep the homeless where they are. That's where they
So
need to be.
we shouldn't
And
be giving the homeless a fair advantage at life.
No,
Why
they're
not?
there, because they got themselves there.
Not necessarily.
Unless they didn't get themselves there,
No,
in which
society.
that's a special case.
No, they were screwed by the system to get themselves in that position.
But you got to learn the system. I learned the system when I was 4. And look at me now.
Oh, I'm sure you have a lot of money. I'm sure you have a lot of money. How much money do you have?
Oh, I couldn't even say.
Why not?
It's like, well,
What's your job?
it's more than the amount of my job.
Yeah, what's your
Well,
job?
I don't have a job.
Okay.
Well, it's not listed categorically.
Okay, what do you do for money then?
Well, basically, I'm a hustler. Not like the Andrew Tate sort of hustlers university. I just make my money in the ways that outside of the matrix, as some would call it.
Okay, so you make money by doing small things there and there, like for example,
Like
like
if
freelance
my
artists, for
neighbor,
example. Would that be a good example?
yeah, if my neighbor needs his grass cut, I'll cut his grass.
Okay, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually a pretty good thing, because you are being productive, right? So,
And he pays a lot, man. He's got deep pockets.
which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's a pretty good way to make money, but
That's why I think he should stay on top, because if he starts giving his money away to the government, I'm not going to get as much then when I cut his grass.
Okay. So I guess my question is, like, do you not think things should be fair?
No. If it's going well for me, then no.
So it's all about you.
But I mean, obviously, yeah. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be? I'm living my life. I've got my time.
So
on
you're the
Earth.
main character.
I want to make the most of it. Everyone's the main. You're the main character for you. This guy with the wings over here sitting in the seat behind me, he's his main character.
Okay.
Make the most with what you have.
Alrighty then. Anyways, so I guess we kind of just exposed your thought process. You I'm not gonna say it outright, but I think we all know what we're thinking.
See, people always call me a fascist, but I don't think I'm a fascist. I think I'm just a realist.
No. I'm not saying you're fascist. I'm saying you're selfish.
Oh, definitely. Oh, 100%.
Which
I'm not gonna say I'm not.
Which, you know, there's nothing bad with caring about yourself, but when it comes to disregarding other people and putting your interests like in before anyone else's, in my opinion, that is not a great way to live. It just makes you look arrogant.
Well, if let's say I know the homeless guy, I'm gonna like the homeless guy. I'm gonna give the homeless guy money.
Okay.
But if the homeless guy is gonna stab me, get away, homeless, go. You know?
Which, you know, yeah, that's fair, but still.
If he's trying to, okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you a question now. Let's say you're walking the streets,
Mhm.
and a homeless man comes up to you and he's throwing rocks. Are you gonna say that guy deserves more money?
Well, I mean, if the person in question is actively committing crimes, no. But if the person is actually trying to do something with their life, then yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So even if he's throwing rocks, you're gonna, but he's trying to do something with his life by throwing these rocks. You're gonna say he needs more money.
No, that's not what I said. I said that if the person is trying to do something with their life.
Okay, so you're saying if the homeless people are cutting grass, like I'm cutting grass,
Yeah.
then they should be. Yeah, yeah. You see, we think alike, me and you.
Okay.
See, we're on the same page now. Panzer as well, he's on the same page as me. I see you.
Yeah, Panzer in the chat just said, government needs better homeless shelters rather than relying on rich people to donate to every one of them. Yeah, I agree with that as well, yeah.
You see?
Not only that,
Let's
I
keep
think
Derek
homeless
giving
shelters
his
should actually
money
be,
to me.
like, revised in some way. Because,
Oh, like orphanages.
yeah,
What do you think of them?
orphanages, they're not great. From what I heard, orphanages are not great at all.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I know an orphan. In an orphanage.
Yeah, it's just from...
And he's living a pretty good life.
Okay. Well, I mean, that might be
Well,
true
it
where
looks like it's my time up.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
for
a
coming
shame.
up. I hope you have a good day, though.
Yeah, love to the family.
All right, I'm gonna bring up Moore. How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm doing good.
All right, what do you want to debate about?
I would like to debate about Jews.
Okay. What about them?
Do Jews rule the world?
Rule. No.
So are you here to have an
Sorry,
actual
Mike.
productive conversation, or are you here to just troll?
Sorry. My friend's being annoying. I am actually having a productive conversation.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So what? So what about Jewish people?
You know how like everyone says they rule the world? Do you think it's true?
Well, I think the government definitely has a big influence, but I don't think the people themselves control everything. No.
Jeez,
Oh, so you think like
Charlie
the-
Kirk got shot by a jet?
Oh yeah, do you think Charlie Kirk got shot by a Jew?
It's very speculative, and there's no evidence to back it up. So, I don't know.
Is that a no?
He doesn't know.
It's not a no, it's not a yes. I don't have an answer. Because that
Okay.
is, like, a conspiracy theory at that point.
Because if you really deep it, like all Jews are rich.
I don't know. I do.
So like if they,
Oh, shit, you're rich.
because like you know like they must rule it because like all the governments of like the USA and stuff they all kiss the wall and whatnot.
And then,
Wait, what? What was it again?
Oh, I said like they must rule the world because all the like US governments apart from one had to kiss the wall with like their Jewish hat on their heads.
Oh, who's the person in the background? Just a curious question.
A really annoying girl.
Sorry. I'm just at it.
Just my sister being
I'm
annoying.
not your sister, Nate. You pervert.
Shush.
Sorry.
Okay.
So
So why are we mentioning Jewish people? Well, what's your claim?
well, just
What's your
because
point?
like I think everything like what you guys are debating, I think it was all to blame on Jewish people, like because they rule the world. Like AB being like abolished and that, it's just the Jews, mate. Like, come on. Hello.
Hello. So what's your claim?
My claim is that Jews rule the world.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, the government maybe.
The government of the Jews.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Israel.
Oh, the government of
the Jew-
Israel. Oh, so every Israeli is a Jew then?
No, but that is a major demographic of the country. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool. So their government rules the world.
They definitely.
Well, I can't like I'm not.
I mean, I'm not
Huh?
saying they
Sorry,
rule the
carry on.
world, but they definitely have a major influence in many Western countries, like the United States, for example.
Yeah, and they're just like evil man when they're like big honkers and that. Anyway, my next. Can I have another debate, or is this just one?
Okay. What else do you want to debate about?
Do you think women in Islam will ever have rights?
That is a very, very particular question because I'm not anti-religious by any means, but I don't have a good impression of Islam specifically.
I agree.
Like I'm not anti-Muslim by any means.
I am.
Okay, so you're anti-Muslim.
No, I'm not anti-Muslim. I just stop recording me. I'm not anti-Muslim.
Or
I just
or anti-Islam. Sorry, I confused the two words.
Sorry,
I'm an
anti-Islam.
American.
I just think Muslims are slur. I just think
Oh, is it? Fuck off, it's fine.
Shush. I just think that
Okay, I think she got VC banned. I'm gonna bring up Hella Stranger. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
What do you want to debate about?
Nice. Oh, I first wanted to ask a question for just clarity.
Yeah.
Are you generally on the political spectrum? Are you defining liberal as like the moderate, or are you just using it as a general term for like leftists?
I would consider myself center left, which is pretty much what a liberal is.
Okay, yeah, that's what I suspected. Okay. So I guess therefore the thing I would like to talk about would be how you feel about like I guess revolutionary movements would be a good topic. for it.
Revolutionary
Like,
movements.
I'm a leftist.
Okay, leftist revolutionary movements. I mean, I guess I don't really have much of an opinion. I believe that protests are definitely necessary.
Protest as opposed to, so do you believe more so in collective action than, say, like a violent uprising?
Yeah, I don't believe in violence. I don't like violence. I think violence doesn't get your point across.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I actually do think this would be a great thing for us to debate.
Okay. So
Because you start actually.
So,
Give me your
I guess my question is, like, do you not believe that? Do you disagree with me, or?
I do, yes.
Okay, sorry. I actually.
I think
Wait, can you
that-
repeat that again?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I do disagree with you. I think that there are definitely movements in which violence is necessary.
Okay. I would to some capacity disagree. Like, I understand, right, that there are governments out there that are corrupt and they end up getting violent, like a violent revolution in order to replace the government, right? I mean, that's literally how our country was formed. We had a revolt and a revolution against the British king's rule, right?
Yeah.
But being violent just to make a point, I don't think is right. I think violence like that is only warranted if you're trying to overthrow the government. If the government is actively like bad, you know. But when it comes to like making a political point, I think violence is not the answer.
I tend to disagree. I think political violence as a means of making a point is good.
Well,
think
I
that-
guess my example would be CK. I don't agree with CK, but I don't agree with him by all means. I don't believe I don't agree with Charlie.
Yeah.
However, did he deserve to literally get publicly unalived in front of thousands of people because of a political message? No. I don't believe that's the right way of handling things.
Well, I think if you're going to think about it as a government harming people, then someone using a very heightened platform to actively harm people, yeah, he had it coming.
I mean, yeah, he had it coming, but I don't believe it was deserved. I don't think that's the right way to handle things.
Well, and I'm just going to do a quick demographic guess here. You seem like a white man, yeah?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I am not. I'm obviously. I mean, I'm a woman, not a woman, but I sound like one. I'm actually in the LGBT. He actively took stances to harm LGBT people.
I'm LGBT
in
as
a
well.
way that. Oh, slag. Sorry, but I think it's a matter then of like, as a transgender person, him going out and saying things like transgender people are bad to a group of people that is deeply entrenched in radical ideology is incredibly harmful and leads to other people getting hurt. So, what? Dude. Oh my god, I'm getting yelled at by Roblox. But regardless, him getting, I guess I have to say, unalived, I mean, it was deserved, because in any other movement, in any other country, that could have been catastrophic. And it was catastrophic to a lot of people in this country.
Okay. Um, I guess my problem is, uh, I guess my problem is, in my opinion, all the entire thing really did was just cause way more political divide than there needs to be, right? I mean, we can agree that's literally the outcome of the whole CK situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what that person did, adventure tourism, is ultimately whatever. But at the same time, I think that I don't feel bad that the guy got unalived.
Yeah, I don't
And
feel anything about it personally. I just think it was wrong, personally.
mm,
Like
what about
I
it
don't
was
even
wrong
like
though?
the guy. I don't even like him.
Mhm.
I actually heavily dislike him, actually. I don't think he's a good person at all.
Yeah. Well.
The thing though is, when you're unaliving someone who has a major political influence, that is actively going to divide people way more than it actually just adds more to the feel than there needs to be. It just adds way more political divide.
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're coming from, and I don't fully disagree with you. I tend to agree because, like I said, adventure tourism is ultimately harmful to the communities that people don't intend to harm.
What exactly is
But
adventure tourism? That's the first time I've ever heard that term, by the way.
it's basically this idea that you're taking, like, so it's a Marxist saying. It's when they do something with, like, the goals of achieving something, like a person does something to achieve something, but generally, like, they're doing it based off of historical background and not putting it into the current. It's like a it's one of those things that is pretty complex, but
Oh, okay, I see.
fundamentally,
I just looked it up. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just never heard of that before. Okay. Anyways, there's currently someone running around right now, and it's kind of distracting, but it's fine.
The furry, yeah.
Um,
Sit down. Good boy. No, get back in your chair.
okay. So we can agree that the result of CK's unaliving um was the was not great. Like, the response it got.
Yeah. I mean, could have been worse, honestly. A lot of people saying things online is one thing. You know, at least at least there was no, like, actual, like, oh my gosh, we need to go out there and get that LGBT for this one.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I think you got lucky with that, you know.
okay.
That's sort of, I think you get lucky when something like that happens and the response isn't as bad as it could be.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the entire incident, the only thing it really did was just cause more political divide. It caused more people on the right and more people on the left to just hate each other, and I don't want that. I think that's the problem with today's
See,
America, is we're just way too divided, and that's why we have these issues in the first place.
I think that honestly things kind of need to reach a boiling point because it's not going to just snap itself back to moderate,
I mean, I don't want that to happen, but
you
I
know.
kind of somewhat agree. Like, it'll eventually
Yeah.
happen, which is sad.
Yeah, the problem is that when you paint something as populist the way that Donald Trump did and speak to a discontent that a lot of people have, it is inevitably going to be radicalized in the way that it has become.
Yeah.
But this is not what I had in mind when I came up here. But this was a productive conversation, I would say.
Yeah, no, I try to have a productive conversation. Well, the timer is about to end, so thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was nice talking with
Yeah.
you.
I hope you have a good day.
You too.
I'm gonna bring up Triel. How are you doing today?
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you? How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. What do you want to debate about?
I want to debate on the Epstein list. Like, how about we do that? Or the list. Can I say that?
Yeah, I think you could say the list. I don't think you could
I'm
say
gonna
the name.
list. I'm gonna say the list. Yeah. I just realized that. So yeah, do you think the government is covering up the list right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Like, what evidence, like, do you think, like, why do you think that?
I think the fact that the orange guy literally said that he would release the list and then actively
When he was campaigning on
yeah,
it?
when he was campaigning on it, and then when he becomes president, actively not only says that he's not going to release it, but also anyone who says to release it are just dumb. He said that. He literally said that.
Like, what about the Biden administration? Like, what do you think about that? Like, they could have released that list, and that would
Yeah, I didn't like that administration, but I think they were like at least 10 times better than the current one.
yeah. But like, why wouldn't they just release it? Like, if they campaign on that, that would have definitely had a real impact going into the last election.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. But yeah, no, I mean, I didn't like the previous president either.
What things you don't like about him? Or at least, my bad.
Well, first of all, I think he just became president way too late. He was starting to mentally decline, and because of that, of the foot the foot.
Yeah, his age.
Yeah. But I mean, same thing's happening to the current president as well. So.
Yeah. Do you see like a future like where this current administration, like after the 4 years, do you see any conflicts with the next election? Do you think there will be election? I've been hearing a lot of people saying there's not going to be another election. Like, what do you think about that?
Honestly, way too early to say, but it's scary. I do believe there will be an election, but it will be heavily like corrupt. Like it'll be heavily corrupt and like rigged towards Republicans.
Do you like now, like after like seeing like these two, like, the 2020 election and this 2024 election, do you think like these elections are not really like they're just rigged in the first place? Like, do you think that?
I mean, in my opinion, I think elections in general are rigged. The fact that we don't even use the popular vote is already enough proof to show that it's rigged.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's just like corporations just getting all the benefits while like the people who vote?
I definitely believe someone is benefiting from it. I don't know who, but someone's definitely benefiting from it because we certainly aren't at all.
Oh yeah, it's crazy to think like we vote a person and it's like an endless loop, kind of like endless loop. Like some bad shit happen. My bad. Some bad thing happens. They promise they're gonna fix it, and then the cycle repeats over and over. Like, do you see like a cycle breaking from that
No,
ever?
to be honest, no, and that's honestly a shame because our government is supposed to serve the people, and at the moment, it's not. It actually hasn't for the past, I don't know, couple decades at least.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All right, that was probably from it. That was probably it for me. But thank you though. Thank
right.
you for answering my questions.
Thank you for coming up. I hope you have a good day today. Next, I'm gonna bring up Flea again. How are you doing today?
Hey man, how's it going? Happy to be back.
All right. So do you want to continue the conversation?
Yeah, you got anything else you want to ask me?
So I guess my question is, do you believe that you should be paying taxes?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Well, it depends actually. How much am I making? Like, put me in like a ballpark.
Okay. How much are you making? Let's just use that number. Like how much you're actually making.
Currently?
Yeah, currently.
Like somewhere between 10 to 15 grand a month.
That's a lot of money. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, once you find your guy,
So
you know.
So let's imagine here that you pay roughly what's the percentage amount of like income earnings that most people in the United States pay for people who make like 15K a month? I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even live in the United States.
Income tax. Where do you live, by the way?
Ireland.
Ireland. Wow, I've actually never
Yeah.
I've never actually talked to anyone from Ireland before. That's a first.
Yeah, we're kind of rare because the English kind of got rid of a lot of us. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah. But anyways, this is gonna take way too long. I'm just going to make up a number that I think is somewhat accurate. So you're making like 10 to 15K a month, right? Let's say
Yeah.
that 15% of that is taxable. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the math real quick here.
I mean, it's gonna be a bit less during the winter because the grass ain't growing, you know, as fast.
Well, in America, it's
So-
the same amount per year.
No, I'm talking about the money because when I cutting the guy's grass, like if it ain't growing as much, then that's a bit less income.
So you would be paying. So that would be 50% of 15,000 would be like 2.25K.
Yeah. That's okay. That's good.
Okay.
Because we need the roads. We need to fix the roads.
Okay. So now imagine this. Imagine, and this is from the context of America. Imagine
Okay.
that those tax dollars, even though they tell you that it's actually going to things that are in need, it's actually going towards politicians and rich people.
Well, it depends on the politician then.
In my opinion, I don't think it depends on the politician. I think if anyone is receiving taxpayer dollars and they use it for their own benefit, that is quite literally embezzling money. That's literally the definition.
Well, how are we going to pay the government then? The government needs to be paid in some way.
Well, yeah, it's a job, but that.
And how are they going to get the money if not from the people?
Well, it's not like that's their paycheck. They literally just receive the money just because.
Yeah, but they get it from the people, the taxpayers' dollars.
True, but the thing is, most of the taxpayer money nowadays in the United States are not going towards roads. They're not going towards infrastructure. They're not going towards healthcare. Actually, healthcare isn't even government funded at all.
Yeah, I know you guys don't get healthcare for free, which is kind of
Yeah, it's insane.
Sounding
It's
not that
actually
bad.
insane. I mean, first of all,
But
do you want to know a really sad fact?
go ahead.
My feet costs more than my house.
You're selling your feet? I mean,
No, I'm not selling my feet. I got surgery on my feet because they didn't
oh, you're like a model?
because they didn't have arches in them, so walking was really like extremely uncomfortable.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying like you got plastic surgery done on your feet.
No, I had to reshape my foot because it was flat. I didn't have curvature in it. So,
Okay. And you had to pay the government then?
not necessarily.
Or the
We have to pay.
hospitals.
We have to pay the hospital, which usually healthcare insurance provider companies, healthcare insurance companies, are supposed to pay for you on your behalf. However, the main point of healthcare insurance companies and insurance companies in general nowadays in America is they will actively try to find any excuse they can to get out of paying for you. Even
Well, yeah, that's what I would do.
even if it is the most ridiculous reason in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd try keep as much money as possible. So I mean, I get what they're doing isn't good, but like I'd do it.
So you'd do it. You'd do it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So instead of actually trying to help people, you instead want to withhold that money any way you can because you want the money. And you want the other person to
Yes.
suffer because of it.
Well, no, I mean, if the person's dying, or let's say in your case you needed your feet to walk, I would go in. I would say, let's give this person his feet. If I was the president, I would go into the hospital. I'd say, that guy's good. Give him his feet. Let's say someone else walks in now who's after blowing up their hand with a firework. Nah, keep that guy. His hand's gone. If he doesn't have the money, he shouldn't have been playing with fireworks. You know what I'm saying? If I was the president, I'd make healthcare free for the people who need it, but the dumb people who don't need it, and they just did that to themselves, they don't get the money. They gotta pay.
I guess, to be honest, I can't really argue with that.
See, I got a good point, don't I?
It's a slightly. I can understand where you're coming from. For sure.
So it's plausible.
It's
then.
plausible, yes.
Yeah. That makes sense, because it's from me. Generally, I'm a very plausible guy and real. Like, I know my stuff. I think I'd be good politician, to be fair. Like, if I was to run, I would probably be the best candidate in America. I don't know about in, like, China or something like that. Or maybe Japan. Japan has some heavy hitters there. But, like, if I was running against the Big D, I'd be tweaking off the sauce on that guy,
All right. But I mean, I guess my point is, taxpayer dollars in America doesn't go towards necessities. They they usually, for the most part, go straight directly to rich people in America.
Well, they would go to the politicians then, wouldn't it? Well, they're not the politicians, but the people in charge of the country.
Yeah, which is
Which is fair enough, because if we're not going to pay them, who is?
well, no, they're getting their paychecks on top of the money that they're just embezzling. They're already getting
You
paid.
said a big word there, so I'm out for the count. How are they getting paid though?
How they're getting paid though?
Yeah, like, where are they
They're
getting
working
money
a
from?
job. They get a paycheck. They're doing something for money.
Yeah, but the paycheck doesn't just come from nothing. It needs to come from the people of the country, which is
Yeah,
why
so that
taxes exist.
which is a fair point.
As a business student myself, I think that taxes are one of the most needed things in the world. People say, "Oh, I don't want to pay taxes." Well, that's because you're selfish and you want all your money for yourself. But as a selfish person, I also think that taxes are very needed.
Okay, that's a very interesting take. Well, the timer's ended. Thank you for coming up again.
Yeah, of course. Love to the family.
I'm gonna bring up Hit. How are you doing today?
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
How are you
I'm doing
doing?
pretty good. So what do you want to debate about?
Do you watch American football?
Unfortunately, no. I actually am not a sports guy, unfortunately.
Oh, you're not a sports fan?
Unfortunately, no. I just like to play video games and stuff like that, and that's really about it.
Dude, come on. Can you say? Hold on. I want you to answer just one question, and can you please switch me out for my other football talker, Panzer, if that's okay? It's gonna be quick.
Okay, sure.
For the Steel.
I'll bring up Panzer then. How are you doing today then?
Why did you cut him off? Oh,
I did not mean to. I am
I'll
so
let you.
sorry.
Oh, ask your question in chat. TP. Is he still there? Oh no. Oh no, he's not. You ask your question, TP. What are you gonna ask? I think he was asking.
For the Packers and Steelers, who you got?
I think he's asking who would you back? Just pick a name. There's one right answer among.
Okay, I guess Packers because that's the only team I even know because I'm from Wisconsin. Green Bay Packers.
Oh no. Oh,
That is
no.
literally the only one I know.
He's not going to be happy with that. He's not going to be happy with that. He's a Steelers fan. Anyway.
That's literally the only team I know. I don't know who the heck Steelers is.
Oh no.
I don't have a
Alright.
reason other than that's just the only one I know. Cause I
Don't try. He's not going to let you get away with it. Just don't. I wouldn't bother. Okay, what are we thinking of bobbing on?
I mean, do you want to debate about something?
I don't personally have a topic. I thought you would, considering you had a. So I don't have a topic myself. So
Okay.
hit me. 21.
So do you want me to ask you some questions then, I guess?
I mean, we can lay out some groundwork to see if we have anything. Sure, we can do that.
Okay, what's your opinion,
See if we have anything.
in the context of American politics, what's your opinion on the deportation of undocumented migrants?
Okay, by undocumented, do you mean illegal?
Yeah, they're
So,
interchangeable. I just don't like
that's
using the
what
word
I-
illegal because I feel it's dehumanizing in my opinion. But
Well, I would definitely support that for sure. I'm not American, so I've seen what it can do, and it's not good. So I'd be in favor of it for sure.
okay, so you agree with mass deportation then?
of well, you call them of illegal immigrants, yeah.
Okay. I do support deporting violent criminals, violent criminal migrants. I don't support mass deporting every single undocumented migrant. I feel like we should be giving them a pathway to citizenship if they're not a violent criminal.
Well, the problem with saying that as long as you're not a violent criminal, then we'll just allow it, is that, you know, if that's declared publicly, then everyone will, even if they know they're going to be violent, they'll still go there, claim they won't be, and then they'll be given X, Y, and Z.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again?
I'm saying that if you say that even if you come in here illegally, you're fine. That's a pretty TP in chat. That's a pretty bold move that most likely won't pay off. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you say that, because then no one will want to come legally, because it's much easier to come illegally than legally.
Yeah, and you want to know the reason why that is? Why we have an undocumented migration problem?
Oh no, I'm all for I'm all for having a better system if possible, but that doesn't mean that right now we should just let all of them. Well, I say we. I'm not American, but I lost my train of thought. That doesn't mean that just because it can be improved doesn't mean we should let them in for now. I keep saying them when I'm not American. Sorry, it's just I keep feeling that. Anyway, is there another debate? I don't really want to debate about immigration for 8 minutes, for 10 minutes.
Okay. What's your
anything else?
opinion on T people?
T people? What do you mean opinion on T
People that identify as a different gender than what they were born with.
No, I know that, but what particular opinion?
What
are they actually?
What do you think about them?
They are what?
Do you think they?
No, I don't think they're what they say they are. I don't think they're what they say they are. No, is that not common consensus?
Okay. In my opinion, I don't believe that we should be invalidating their gender identity because the gender is a social construct. It is not grounded in biology.
Well, yeah, I agree with that, and that's why I think gender is a useless thing, because it's not really in any capacity that useful to the world. I agree, but for a different reason.
Okay. So, I mean, are we really going to be here, like, invalidating their identity? Because I'm not.
What do you mean invalidating their? Well, it's not. People can identify as whatever they want.
Okay.
I'm saying they're not actually that thing.
I mean, biologically, no. That's true.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
No T person has ever, said that they actually were biologically that thing when they're not. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that they prefer to identify as something else. Is what they're saying.
Okay, but there's also a lot that have regretted that decision. So I mean, we can bring up examples.
Actually, the regret regret rate is really low. The regret rate is really low.
It's a much lower percentage. I agree. It's a much lower percentage.
It's like less than 1%, actually.
Yeah.
And out of those who regretted it,
the
only reason they regretted it is because they received massive stigmatization and judgment from other people.
Why? Well, you're going to get that people are some people are horrible. That's mainly social media. I just want to say one thing. People who say people are being really rude, and a lot of that is from social media, and that's a problem in and of itself. If we want to debate about social media, we can. But what my problem is why is this one of the only? Do you agree that it's a? I mean, this would be weird. Do you agree that it's a mental illness, gender dysphoria?
Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. Yeah, it is classified as one,
Okay.
but the consensus medically is the treatment for that would be gender affirmation.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so it is a mental illness, but the common scientific and
Yeah.
medical consensus for the treatment of gender dysphoria is gender affirmation.
Well, I disagree with that consensus.
So you're disagreeing with science.
And then I don't want to hear this whole. I don't want to hear this whole because they're in the field. It means that my opinion's invalid and I can't debate about it. I don't want to hear all of that. I just want to say what I think.
Okay, why do you disagree with science? Is what I'm wondering.
What do you mean disagree with science?
It's a scientific consensus. It's a medical and scientific consensus.
It's the best way to treat a mental illness is to confirm the thing that's not true.
It's harming absolutely nobody. It's not harming them. It's not harming anyone else.
No, if you want to identify as someone else, go ahead. To be honest, if I want to give my real opinion, I don't care. The point I care is when we start actually saying that they actually are.
Which
that
nobody
person.
ever
That's the
in the
point
world
where I
has
start
said.
caring.
Like that is something said.
No, there are people that are. There's loads of people that are.
Okay, name me
I
one
don't want
person.
to hear this. There's no one that is. I'm not saying you do, and to be honest, I'm debating you. I probably shouldn't be relating to the general. Name one person. Do you name one person?
Yeah, name one person that says that they were born as something that they weren't.
I've seen loads of videos of people who are activists, just like you've probably seen loads of videos of people who have said they aren't.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, there's people that exist. Oh, well, there are. I forget what the I've seen it. It's mainly on
Because from
There's no one-
because from what I've seen,
no one-
most people who have transitioned have explicitly said that they transitioned from this to that, and they identify as that now. They don't say that they are that. Well, they kind of do. They say they identify as that, but they're
But
not
if you
saying that
never
they are
been on-
something.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but if you identify as something, it's pretty close, isn't it?
Well, I identify myself as an American because I was born here, but genetically, I'm not.
Well, no, but you don't identify. Well, if you were born here, then you're given citizenship, aren't you? If you're born there, so then you are, because that's.
But I'm technically Finnish by
you
blood.
can have ancestral roots from. Yeah, but if you're born somewhere and raised.
So would it be wrong of
Then
me to
you
say
are.
that I'm an American
not-
when I'm technically Finnish by blood?
I think we might. You're Finnish American. I mean, I'd say.
Well, I'm like half Finnish,
that
I'm also
wrong,
half like
Fred?
Lithuanian, Polish as well.
Well, I don't know your entire ancestry.
I don't even know my
tree, but-
entire
and
ancestral
think
thing. All
it-
I know is that I'm a majority Finnish. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're Finnish. Okay. Interesting. What was I going to say? I was going to say I don't think we're disagreeing. I'm just look. If no one is saying that you are, and it's not having an effect, then no, I agree with you. But there are people that do that, and there are things that exist whereby it's being treated as such. Like putting different. I guess this is more to do with oh God, we're really running out of time. We spent a lot on this. God, what was I going to say? I'm so bad. I'm so bad at remembering. things I was gonna
It's
say.
fine.
What was this number
I'm
for?
not that smart either.
Okay, mutual idiocy is something that I think we found an agreement on here.
Yeah.
So that's at least one thing. Oh no, I got 10 seconds. Morbius, sod off. Oh, we're gonna be relegated. Arsenal have won nothing in 5 years. Trust me, they'll mess it up this time again. Right, okay. You can kick me
All
off
right.
now.
Thank you for coming on. I hope you have a good day today.
No problem. Thanks.
All right, and raise your hand if you want to come up. I will not know if you want to come up if you don't raise your hand. Yeah, I know. Welcome back up, Hit. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
All right. Anna, what do you want to debate about?
I wanted to. I don't really. I mean, not really debate, but since it's just the three of us, kind of just wanted to talk about the term social construct real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So okay. So define a social construct, because I think we could both agree.
So-
whatever your definition is, I'll probably
Okay, so
agree
a social construct is I know what a social construct is. Think here.
Is it here? Here. I think we could both agree. It's something a society or people, humans agree upon.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically
for
a
instance,
categorization.
Money would be a
Yeah,
social
it's a
construct.
categorization of something. An identification. It's a group of identifications that are assigned to something that is created by a society.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask a question, who decided that T people, sorry, so you said gender is a social construct, right? Who decided that gender was a social construct? Because again, right?
So that's a very good question.
I'll hear gender being a social construct. Yeah, it is a good question. I just, I'm not here to debate. I'm just actually trying to find an answer, because I would just hear gender, and
So
I'll just think
then that
biologically.
that
'cause you said
prompts the
this yourself.
question: what makes someone
yeah, go ahead.
feminine?
What makes someone
Yep.
feminine?
What makes someone feminine?
Like masculine and
Mm-hmm.
feminine? Aren't those let me so
Like
when I
what's
think of
what's
feminine,
girly things and
I
what's
tie
boy
that to
things?
woman.
Basically.
girly things and boy thing, something that would here, my bad, I'm tripping over words here. Girly things and boy things would be yeah, what's up? Okay. I don't know. Pizza Hut.
We're getting Pizza Hut?
Yeah, it was actually. Hold on. Getting bothered.
I wish I still had a Pizza Hut in my location.
Hold on a minute.
I'll pause the timer here.
Yeah.
I still wish I had a Pizza Hut in my location.
Okay, so what I was saying, yeah. So feminine and masculine, I would basically just tie that into things that boys and girls do. Girls being feminine,
Well, not
boys
just
being masculine.
what they do, but also
would be my
how
answer.
they dress, how they
Yeah.
how they look, and
I would agree on that. Yeah.
Physical and mental and social characteristics of man and woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's basically how gender is a social construct.
Got you. So you okay? So male and female, masculine and feminine, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, with that being said, right?
Mhm.
Would you argue where? So we could like let's make this an example real quick. Money would be. Do you still hear? Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. So money could be a social construct, right? Which
It
it
is.
is. But can it also mean that you could do evil things with money
Yeah.
along with good things?
Yep.
Right. So I think the big argument, you didn't really miss much, Panzer. We were just going over definitions, and we agreed upon basically all of them. But the big thing here, I would like to argue, is when you say gender is a social construct, there's problems with it because number one, right? I could say I'm a T woman, right? And then I could go do things women would do in their own like class, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what no matter the things they take, it could be estrogen or whatever they take, whatever the hormone treatment is and stuff.
It's usually estrogen.
But I will still have a biological advantage. I will still have a biological advantage over them. Also being said, right?
Well, I mean,
also
it's
use
speculative.
in
It's
some areas.
speculative. There isn't
they're
much
public-
scientific consensus to say whether there is or not.
So wait, so would you say a man would be primarily stronger, faster, whatever than a woman? I wouldn't say smarter, but you know,
Well,
stronger, faster. Than a
again,
woman.
biologically speaking, like someone who isn't a T person, just a man and a woman. Comparatively. Okay. So I wouldn't know how to answer that because I suck at biology. But from what I have heard,
Well, it's pretty.
like the male
Yeah, go
would
ahead.
technically be stronger than the woman on average. And that's a really important word, on average.
Yeah. So we could agree on that. Yes, the man is going to be stronger, faster than
But
the
you can
woman, right?
also change
But the
someone's
problem
strength to make it so that the woman is
So-
more stronger than the man as well.
How would you do that? Explain to me. How would you make a woman more stronger than a man? How is that possible?
Okay, so if there is a woman and then there's a man, if the man doesn't exercise but if the woman does, the woman's going to be more stronger than the man, right?
I want to be honest with you, bro. In some case, like low key, that's not even that true. It depends though.
Wait,
If you're talking
what?
about strength, no. But if you're talking about stamina and speed, yes, probably.
No, I think the answer is yes. Like that's
Okay, it depends on how long. It depends on how long, though. If a man, for instance, we have to put it into perspective, right? How old are these people? What do each of these people do, right? Because if a man that doesn't work out technically, but he works a construction job and lifts things every day, he is technically working out compared to a woman that's going to the gym and also working out. I would say the man's going to be stronger than the woman, probably.
I guess like again, I am not good at biology, so I don't really know, right? But
It's all good. It's all good. Well, here we'll get past that. We'll get past that then. We'll get past that. The point I'm making,
Mhm.
right, is if you call something a social construct, there's both good and bad things that could happen with that term,
Mhm.
right? For instance, money. You could do good things with money, right? But you could also do bad things with money. Now, calling gender a social construct, right?
yeah.
In my opinion, and I would agree that most people in the Conservative Party would also say this, calling it a social construct is a dangerous thing, because if you say that the society agrees that a man is now a woman or a woman is now a man, that could harm both biologically the man and the woman. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I
for
don't know what you
instance,
mean.
So, for instance, right, socially accepting that a T person is that gender now, right? If that T person can now go in the other restroom, or that T person can now compete in a sport that they shouldn't compete in, this would be primarily I would be primarily talking about T.
Why
women
why
in
shouldn't they
this-
compete
this
in
concept.
it? First of all, it's like the biggest non-issue ever, but
No, it's an issue because if you work again, right? You said this yourself, right? If you're a woman working all your life to compete for something and then losing to a man, would you say that's unfair?
losing to a man or a T-man?
Well, which one's a man becoming a woman? That's a T woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, a T woman. Would that be unfair for that biological woman?
Well, the thing is, again, it's a very hard question to answer because there is currently no evidence to back up whether it is unfair or unfair. Because at the end of the day, all it really boils
Well, I'll
down
tell
to
you
is
what.
actually just
Oh, go ahead.
skill.
Yeah. Do you think? So what about sports that are primarily strength or
That
speed or
also
whatever? Do you
requires
think-
skill as well.
It's just simple. Is a biological woman losing to a trans woman is it unfair for that biological woman?
I
Yes or
mean,
no?
if you were to, let's say if we were to have like an entire track to just two people, one of them is a biological woman, one of them is a T woman, right? In my
Yep.
opinion, I think it would be around half. Like if they were to do like 100 laps, is assuming that they had the stamina to do that, right?
both of them having the same amount of training, right?
Yeah.
Or even less. I mean, even a T woman could have less training than an actual woman and still win because of the biological advantage.
Well, let's
that
just
men possess.
imagine that they both had
You know
the
what I
same exact amount of training. Also, I know the timer's ended. I'm just gonna make this point quick because I feel like it's a good point to make.
Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah,
Um,
go ahead. Go ahead.
But let's just imagine there's a track that is, it's all owned, just to two people, a T woman and an actual like biological. They were born biologically a female. They consider themselves a female, right? They
Yep.
both had the same amount of training. The T woman had already went through HRT and stuff like that, right? So they're qualified by legal standards. And if they were to compete, I personally think it would be 50-50. In my opinion.
You personally?
Yeah, I
or
personally
you-
think
is it a fact that you
think so. The reason I personally think that is because there's no there's no scientific study that is actually confirmed this or not.
All right, I think there's just like a lot around, but I mean we'll disagree on this,
Yeah.
of course. I think.
But thank you for coming up. I hope you have a good day today.
just- yeah.
I'm gonna bring up. Oh, I'm so sorry for cutting you off again. I am so sorry. I'm gonna bring up Posa. How are you doing today? Hello? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Bro said 20 seconds. It's raps, bro. I don't know. Anyways. You're chat GPT. What are we chat GPTing? He's looking at sports betting. Okay. Oh, hello?
Oh my god. Yo, why is this not working, bro? Can I hear you?
Hello?
Hello?
Are you here?
Hey, what's going on? Moshi Moshi arigato gozaimasu.
日本語喋れるの?
Alright, let me pull up my chat GPT argument for these liberals. So you're a liberal, right?
Yes.
You're a libtard. Why are you a traitor to Americans?
I'm a traitor to the Americans.
Yeah, you're a traitor. You're a traitor
Okay,
to the
okay,
American
okay,
people.
okay. How
And
am I?
I'm trying to figure out why.
How how am I a traitor to the American people?
First of all, whenever I get home from whenever I work 60 hours a week in construction, and half of that is taken from welfare, and I'm pissed. You know, I'm like angry.
Don't say that. You might get banned.
Like what?
The P word.
Oh, the P word. So me, I am a femboy construction worker. You know, I messed around a little bit too hard in class. I was flirting with boys a little bit too much. So I couldn't really go to college like that. So I'm a construction worker right now, and I'm just trying to figure out why liberals just want to like give all my money away to welfare systems, and it just makes me so angry.
Well, yeah, because welfare systems
Like
help other
Republican
people.
bones. Well, I don't care about helping other people. I feel like it should be an option out choice. Like it should be like me donating to charity, but like for like welfare, you know, because like the quality of food I'm eating is being brought down. My quality of life is being brought down for other people. And it's not like I'm paying for like roads or other services that I'm using. They're using my money basically and the other American people's money, granted, to just like live their life, and it just I don't know, it just irks me.
And I
And,
get
you
the
know,
frustration.
Donald
I
Trump is doing
I
a lot
definitely
of
get the
great things.
frustration. The problem though is that your tax dollars actually isn't even going to these which is why we have a lower quality of life, because they're not going to these services in the first place. They're going straight to rich people.
Well, yeah, I would also have a problem with that, but Donald Trump is fighting that.
I don't think so.
You don't know. You don't know, dude. You don't know about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the savior of the American middle class.
Okay, how? Especially when he literally gave tax cuts to the top 1% of income earners in 2017.
Well, that's just their hustlers. He's not giving it to the Chinese billionaires. He's giving it to the hustlers that are a part of America. You know, he's like teaching us, like the ants, you know, the people in the rat race, that we can rise up to the billionaires, and we can, and you know, if we're American billionaires, you know, we'll be given a pat on the back by Donald J. Trump. Yeah, it's because their taxes are way higher.
Yeah, the reason
bro.
their
It's
taxes
because
are way higher.
That's the reason why they can offshore. Bro, that's the reason why Donald Trump is helping us, bro.
In my opinion, I think everyone should be taxed based off of their based off the percentage of their income.
You think that?
Go ahead.
Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna drop all pretense. The reason why I voted Donald Trump, it's not even because I liked his policies. I just didn't want a woman as a president. I'm gonna just be so for real.
Of course. Of course.
You know, we can all dance around the subject. We can all like lie around, but you know, listen. That's the reason why I voted Donald J. Trump. Me as a bisexual man, I can just pull out. I'm a minority. I can pull out. I can say that I voted for Donald Trump because I hate women. I have a
Oh
preference
my
towards
gosh.
guys.
Okay. So you didn't even care about the policies. You just cared.
Liberals want to emphasize equality and just social justice and all this other things, and steal my money, you know, away from me, the hardworking man. And then I'm just sitting here like, why should I go for that?
Well, yeah, because if your money is actually going towards good causes,
it's morally right.
If your money is going towards good,
it's morally right.
Can I speak? When your money,
yes,
when your money, right, is actually for once going to things that you actually benefit from, you actually benefit from the tax dollars.
Yes, sir.
What,
But we're not.
and you want to know why we're?
But Donald Trump is trying to save us.
I would heavily argue against that, considering that he literally gave money to Argentina, and is literally allowing for a Qatari Air Force base in Idaho.
Well, I mean, Argentina is kind of a chill country. I would say it would be different, bro. Argentina is a great country. Israel is a great country. You know, it just boils down
What
to
about
like
Russia?
what country is the most chillest. Well, Russia is like kind of like middle ground for me. It's like frenemies. Like we're low key gonna like build up for a slow burn romance with them. I feel like well, I think we're pretty tied because Trump right now, you know, he's getting a cake of some Russian woman. So like we low key have an advantage. We have like a marriage bond type of thing going on there. So I feel like Russia's gonna like kind of polarize towards us, and it's just gonna be China that's gonna be the real ops. And then with Russia and then the U.S., we can kind of just bomb all of China, and then nobody else can do anything about it.
What?
You know, because what are they gonna do against Russia and the U.S. like teamed up? Like that's just like they can't do anything off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Are you okay? Let's move on to something different. Let's stay on topic.
What's do you like what the current president is doing?
Yeah, I love it. I love how he.
So you like
I
the
love how
fact that
relatable
he's
he
literally
is.
allowing ICE to arrest anyone because of their skin color?
Well, I mean, we all make whoopsie daisies like that. Donald Trump can't control all of ICE. You know, Donald Trump is just. I'm not gonna sit here and say that.
You
know,
like that
Donald
he's
Trump isn't a
dehumanizing
racist, because
Hispanic
that's
people?
just true. No, I'm not gonna sit here and argue that Donald Trump isn't a racist. I just didn't want a woman president. I just didn't really like Kamala Harris, so it was like kind of choosing between the two evils. That's why I was like kind of looking at the ballot, and I was like, ooh, it was between hell and like super hell. I'm gonna be so for real. I was like Donald Trump, Kamala
And
Harris.
you thought Kamala Harris was worse?
Woman president, guy that's a ditty. I don't know.
You thought Kamala was worse?
No, I thought she was kind of worse. I just didn't really like her. You know, I feel like as a president, you know, you need to be the mascot of the country. And I just didn't want to be flying around, you know. Women in power in general, I just hate the idea.
Okay. Why?
Well, women have altogether just failed as like powerful leaders. I'm pretty sure you can look at every country. You can look at New Zealand as an example. That place is basically a third world country with her as the leader, you know.
From what I've seen, New Zealand is actually a pretty good place to live, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that's because she's on the back of other men, bro. She hasn't done anything. If anything, she has been a net loss. And I can say that as a bisexual femboy with the man preference and a Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
I forgot to add
So,
the Hebrew Israelite
besides
part.
Kamala Harris being a woman, what else did you not like about her?
Well, this is gonna sound kind of bad, you know, but that was kind of the only reason why. I low-key wasn't even paying attention to I wasn't paying attention to any of like the polls or like any
Screw
of their
equal
policies or
taxation.
anything. I was just kind of.
Screw like screw equal pay. Screw like capping.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't. That was just like dangling. That was just like dangling like a fish in front of a cat and then just pulling it up. That was never gonna happen, twin. It was gonna be like, and if that was gonna happen, she was.
You
gonna
thought
be,
the
like,
orange guy was
assassinated
gonna do what he said?
Well, no, that's the whole entire point. I knew he wasn't going to do what he says. I knew it. It was just between a guy that was lying and a woman that's lying. You know, it's like the allegory. It's like
I mean, you
hell versus
literally
super hell.
saw
You know,
you
I gotta
literally
pick
saw
between the
what he
two
did
evils.
in his first term. Wouldn't you vote against
He did amazing things in his first
what did he
term.
do?
If you want to keep continuing this conversation, bro, he did so
All right.
many great things in his first term.
Well, I'm
bro.
gonna bring back up Panzer for the meantime, but you can come back up after I talk to Panzer and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all right.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring up Panzer. Welcome back up.
I was playing darts, my bad. What topic do you want to do this time? You can continue on from the previous one if you want.
I guess what's your opinion on AB?
You're gonna what, the alphabet?
No, the
What's...
unaliving Beatus.
Oh, that. Oh, I really. Oh, okay. I was confused. I was like, why are you asking me about the alphabet? Oh yeah, because you get banned if you say the thing.
Oh well, I've gotten in trouble for saying it before.
I've gotten warnings for it, so I just forget the term exists sometimes because otherwise I get voice suspended. Yeah, I'm probably more pro-life than choice, to be honest. But I don't really want to talk about. I was on earlier with this topic. I'm not. I mean, I get if you really want to, I can talk about it again.
Well, I mean, in general, are you pro-life or
already,
pro-choice, or are you like in middle?
Live.
Pro-life?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pro-choice. We can debate about that. So why are you pro-life?
I didn't see that one coming. Well, I'm more pro-life because I just don't see what the benefit is.
Okay, I can tell you.
Of
I can tell you the benefit of it.
Get rid.
So.
Don't mention like the 1% cases of specials. I'm talking in general.
In general.
Which is like 98% of all of them.
Well,
yeah, which are just.
Well, I actually don't know the percentages
people
of
don't
it,
want
but
to.
even if the percentage was low for SA and Alabama, right? Like if those cases were low, why should we ban AB altogether?
Oh no, I don't think it should be illegal. That's a terrible idea.
Okay, so
That's
we
like,
agree that
it's the
like
same
I can agree that I don't like
It's-
AB. I don't like AB, but I don't think it should be illegal. So we agree on that.
No, the problem with making it illegal, it's just going to open up a whole new. It's like trying to make guns illegal. Like it's not really going to solve the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, problem. It's not going to solve the issue. It'll just make things move from the legal category into the illegal one. It's not actually lowering them. It's just separating the categories. So no, I'm with you on that. I don't see any real point in making it illegal.
Okay.
I mean, we can move on because I've talked about this like 5 times today.
Yeah.
I am a bit exhausted from it, so we can move on if we want.
Okay. What's your opinion on...
Spin the wheel. Which one's it gonna be?
Here's something I've never talked about before, and honestly, I don't think it should be an issue, but
Okay.
I feel like it's starting to become like people are starting to make it an issue again, so I'm gonna mention it. What's your opinion on LGBT?
Okay, you're gonna have to be more because my opinion is that they're not the same thing. I should probably elaborate on that. The LGTV part, the LGB is not the same as the other parts of it. So when you say what do you think of it as a whole, I mean I can't really make an argument because I think different things are both because they're not the same.
Okay, what about same gender marriage? What do you think about that?
I mean, I would say I don't care about it, but that makes me come across as if I don't like it. I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't care who you. I'm not a Christian, so I'm not.
Okay.
I don't have like a holy belief in between a man and a woman, whatever, because I'm not religious. But I don't care who you marry. That's the most uninteresting thing you could probably tell me is who you're married to. I really don't care. Go ahead, do what you want.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I mentioned that because I was asked that one time, and that's really the only thing I can really think of that we haven't talked about yet.
I mean, I haven't talked about Kamala with you. Did you? I'm assuming you voted Kamala.
What did you say?
I'm assuming you voted
Actually,
Kamala.
I didn't vote for anyone because I wasn't 18 yet.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
vote?
because I was 17 at the time.
Oh.
I'm 18 now.
Oh, okay. Would you have?
I
though?
would have, yes.
You would have. Okay. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so the reason I would have voted for
I'm just
Kamala was
interested.
because she was objectively the way better candidate than the other guy.
See, I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to disagree hard on that. I didn't see anything.
All right, well,
that
personally,
filled me
I
with
would vote for
confidence
someone
as
who isn't a 34, who isn't convicted of 34 felonies and an alleged child trafficker.
well, but that's. Well, okay. Well, that second one is something that's not proven, and I haven't actually seen proof of what.
The
like,
proof
why
you have
is-
to the
why
proof you
is
have
he?
to see is the fact that he literally is refusing to release the files.
He can't release them. That's the problem. He doesn't have the power to.
He literally campaigned on that, and he was like, "Nope, we're not going to." In fact, if
Yeah,
you say to
because-
release the
because he didn't-
files,
he
you're
didn't-
just dumb. He literally said that. Anybody who says to release the files are dumb.
I haven't seen those.
Okay.
Quotes. Yeah, probably because of the fact that that he knows he can't.
No, it's probably
release
because he's
them.
on
So
it.
anyone that's telling him to release them. No, because if he was on it, I can almost guarantee you. it
I
would
got
have
a
been
warning
released
from
prior.
Roblox, but it's fine. But no, it's probably because he's on it.
Yeah, I can see that. No, I don't think he is. I think it's a bunch of the other higher ups in.
He
both
literally
parties
said that
are
the
in
list was
Is
a
it the
Democrat
Senate
hoax
and the
made
House?
by Obama and Hillary.
Yeah, that he was on it. Not.
No,
that
he
the
said
list
that the
doesn't-
entire
not that the
list is a hoax.
Doesn't exist. When has he said this? When did
On
he
Truth
say it?
Social.
I'd rather have this in context because I feel like this. He rants. Okay, I'll agree with it. He says stupid things on Truth Social all the time. I don't really.
And he said in a press meeting, that the files do not exist. He said that the files do not exist. He's like, "What files? What files? Like what?
I'd love to see the video of that info.
Yeah.
He probably didn't go like that. I haven't seen it. I'm just saying as someone who hasn't. If he was, it would have been released earlier. I mean, no question. Because the authority that can release them is, I believe it's with a certain judge. I'm not too. I'm British, so I'm not too familiar with the American politicals. It's like in control of is someone else, and they've been given
He also said
authority
he
that
never
they
had
are.
the privilege
So
of going to the island.
Didn't he say that before? Well, he said that in. He didn't say that in context of, yeah, because I really miss out on doing what he did.
What other context
what
would there be?
Orange
What
Badger
other
deal ago.
context would there be?
Well, when did he say this? And
While he
well,
was on the whole thing
this is
of
my- this
the
is my
files don't
problem.
exist, while he was on the thing of the files don't exist.
Where is it? I'd love to see this full thing. People did this with Kirk as well. You can make things seem like no context can apply to them. It's 100%
Even with or
possible,
without
because people did
context,
this
that
with
is a
Kirk.
really weird and really incriminating thing to say. Even with or without context. I don't think context really matters. If you said that, that kind of proves that you kind of
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
you kind of did things
It's been
with
made
Jeff.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Yeah, you think that no context can save that because it's been. I'd love to see the full. I've heard that quote thrown around several times, and I've also seen.
I would probably like if I don't know if I'm allowed to play it on Roblox because I don't know exactly what he says, but I know there's
No.
video of him saying it.
No, you can just like whatever the whole meetings. I'm not talking about like a 2 minute. I'm talking about that if there's a recording of the whole thing. Anyway, we're talking about Kamala rather than big old annoying orange.
Yeah, I would have preferred a woman
2017.
over a creep, in my opinion.
I don't have any issue with her being a.
And a felon. He's a felon.
That was
He's
just the other guy.
literally convicted of 34 felonies.
Yeah, that was. If you actually read up on the case, it's not. It's very. What's the word?
And no, it was not a witch hunt,
dubious.
according to most of MAGA, but
Well, there's some nuts on MAGA, so I'm not really aligned with them. But Kamala just never said anything of substance to me. Anyway, that's someone
Alright.
else. On.
Thank you for coming up. I'm gonna bring up Apples. How are you doing today?
Hello,
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Someone just said bro is rotating point USA.
Wait, so I'm like from Wales. so
Wales!
don't
I
really
have
know
never in my
all
life
the-
met someone from Wales. How is it over there?
I think we should be independent from the union, but that's a different
Okay.
thing. I was just wondering what a liberal means.
So generally
like,
someone who is
in
center left
terms of
on the
American
political
politics.
spectrum. Like moderate left, not like
And what
so
does that
someone that
mean?
isn't like communist, but someone who isn't like right leaning either.
So, what's like the difference between right leaning?
Okay, so someone who someone on the left generally believes in bigger government, and the right believes in smaller government.
and like one of the lefts have like dyed hair, and then the rights don't.
I would also say that the left would be technically a bit more morally, like, leaning. Like they're more moral.
Yeah.
What am I live on?
Yeah.
YouTube. It should be linked on my Roblox profile.
I did not know you were live.
Yeah, no, I'm live. It says that in my README.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm just curious, like, what's gonna happen between the left and the right side, like, if in the future.
Well, that's a really
'cause-
good question, and honestly, I am very uncertain. But at the moment, oh yeah, the government shutdown. I don't really have an opinion on the government shutdown. I think it's just really petty.
So, who are you voting for?
Well, It's a bit early. It's a bit early for elections because elections don't happen until like 2028.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But if right now you could vote for someone new,
well,
who would
definitely
you
not
vote
the current
for?
president. That's for sure. In the last election, I would have definitely voted for Kamala.
Right? Why couldn't you?
The reason why I couldn't was because I wasn't old enough yet. I was 17 at the time. I turned 18 in June of this year.
What, do you have to be 18 to
Yep.
vote in America?
You do.
I don't know what the age is here. It's probably different.
Could be.
Wait, so does politics in America, like, is it an everyday part of your life?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I feel like people over here aren't really that political.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really care about stuff like that.
Well, in America, we kind of have to care because it all depends on our rights right now.
Why does America, like, why is it so, what's going on?
Well, at the
Like,
moment,
I'm really, like,
a lot of people's rights are being infringed on, especially,
like
for
who?
example, people of Hispanic descent. At the moment,
Oh my god,
at
yeah. I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
yeah, so they are illegal. No, nobody of. I do not believe in an illegal person.
Yeah, me either, because America is just an English colony, and like, you're all on stolen land. So
Yeah.
what makes someone illegal?
But the thing is, like, I don't necessarily disagree with deporting like violent criminals, but not all. Like, that's a very small
that's fine.
demographic of all undocumented migrants. They're
Yeah,
not
that
all
is,
criminal.
like,
They are not.
it's
Is entering the. Okay, hold on. If it's fine with you, is it okay? Is it okay if I can go bring up Gabe next?
Yeah.
Alright. I hope you have a good day. Okay, so I'm assuming you want to debate about the deportation of undocumented migrants.
Yo, what's up, bro?
How are you doing today?
Yo, I'm fantastic. Yeah, I do want to talk about that. Yo, Minerva, your argument is literally the exact same argument that Democrats used in the 1860s, so I don't even want to hear it, little bro. You don't want to do the farm jobs. It's too above the white people, so you want the illegals to do it. That's exactly what you're saying.
Okay, so why? First of all, do you think every single undocumented migrant is a violent criminal?
No, they're not violent, but they're all
Okay, I don't
'cause it's
believe
illegal to enter the
in
country illegally
mass
to come in.
deporting every single criminal because you can. Any crime can be like fit in that description, even for like non-violent crimes. Like, I don't know, speeding ticket,
Wait, what are you,
like a
what are you
speeding
talking
ticket or
about?
something.
Like if a citizen gets a speeding ticket, they get deported. What are you?
No,
what
I'm
are
talking
you
about undocumented migrants.
Yeah, well, they should all be deported because it's illegal to enter the country illegally.
All right,
They are
do you know
breaking the
why
law
we
to
have
come
this
here.
problem in the first place? The
Why
reason
do
why
we?
we have this problem is because we do not have enough ports of entry, and therefore we don't have a efficient way of processing every single immigrant that comes in the country.
Okay, I mean you might have a point. You might have a point there, but that still doesn't excuse them skipping the line and hopping the border. Imagine it. Are you a you're a natural born citizen, right?
Yeah, I was.
I mean, imagine you were an immigrant waiting in line for like 5-7 years, and then I mean, you did it the right way, and then someone hops the
Personally,
border,
I wouldn't want to wait that long.
skips the line.
I don't blame anyone who just.
Well, no, you don't want to wait that
And
long. But
personally,
that's how it
I'm
is.
gonna enter the
You follow
country
the customs of the place you're
whether
going
it takes that long or not. I'm just entering the country. Like, that's just me.
Okay, well then you get deported.
I personally, in my opinion, I
That's the
don't
risk
think
you're
mass
running. I mean,
deportation
you
is
can't
the
be-
answer.
You can't be mad at you. You literally just
Not only
said
that,
you
but it
will
actually
know the
fuels
consequences and
racism
still do it,
because
so you
the
can't get mad.
ICE is currently targeting anyone that is just Hispanic. They're targeting anyone who's Hispanic.
No, that's
It is literally true. There is many reported instances of so far, at the very least, 100 American citizens, they are legalized citizens, that were detained and arrested by ICE because they didn't look.
Were they deported?
They were they were detained, and some of them were deported. Yes.
I don't think they were deported, no. But even if that number is right, 100 out of like 100,000 is not that. That's like literally 0.1.
But that shows that there is racial intent.
No.
Yeah.
0.1% doesn't show any intent. That just shows a margin of error.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there was some kind of court in some state somewhere. If I remember reading about this. They said that you can consider someone's race into the equation as well. Like, they literally said that you could do that. That ICE could do that. Which, that's literally the definition of racism. Like, I want to ask you, I want to ask you a question. If you saw someone who is of Hispanic descent, are you going, like, someone who is of Hispanic descent, someone who came from Mexico, they came the legal way, but, you know, they're still, like, their English is not that great, but they came the legal way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should you arrest that person because you think that they're an illegal immigrant? Okay, that's literally what's happening. That is literally what's happening.
0.1% of the time, yeah. Again, that's just margin of error. And then they're like, oh, you just, I highly doubt that any U.S. citizens are deported because if they can prove their citizenship, which obviously they can if they're a citizen, then they get released. I mean, they get detained. And then, you know, I don't agree with the detaining. No, but again, that's just margin of error. I mean, how many people have been deported? And you said it was 100. I don't even.
Okay,
think
so
it's
what
that
I
high.
want you to
don't
look
think- I
up
don't
is
think that that number's
ProPublica,
right,
which
but-
is an independent research thing. It's.
I mean, CNN claims to be independent too, but we all know they're not.
No, they're independent. According to the media bias chart, they're technically center left, but they're really, really center, like really close to center.
Oh, so they're not independent. That's fine. I'll look it up.
But yeah, I want you to search up, search up the claim: Are ICE agents arresting legal immigrants? And the ProPublica article.
I'm not refuting that. I'm not refuting that they are, but I'm saying it's a incredibly small percentage.
Even if it was a small percentage, that's still extremely alarming. That's still extremely alarming and bad.
All right, so I just looked it up, and it said over 400,000 have been deported so far, and 70 citizens have been detained.
Okay, the number is
So if
170.
we do a little bit of simple math here. Okay, let's look at 170. So if we do the simple math here, that's 0.000425%. That's an acceptable margin of error. I'm fine with that. If I have a 0.
When it comes to deporting people, there has to be absolutely zero error. There cannot be any error, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was just detained. They weren't.
No, even detained, there cannot be any error.
In deporting.
Like, if there is error, that is bad.
Well, detained is not a full measure. Detained is just, and you know what? It's probably because they refuse to show their citizenship.
Okay, let me
It's
read
probably,
something
"Oh, you
here.
guys
Let me
are
read
ICE,
something
I'm
here."
not showing you anything, so they detain them because they can't. You know, you can get detained for not showing your ID
Okay,
to a cop.
Leonardo
That's just how it is. They
Garcia
probably did the
Venegas
same thing to ICE.
appears to have been just such a case. He was working at a construction site in coastal Alabama when he saw masked immigration agents from Homeland Security Investigations hop a fence and run by a no trespassing sign. He recalled that that they moved towards Latino workers, ignoring the white and black workers. Garcia Venegas began filming after his undocumented brother asked agents for a warrant. In response, as the footage literally shows, agents yanked his brother to the ground, shoving his face into the wet concrete. He kept filming until officers grabbed him too and knocked his phone to the ground. The other two co-workers filmed what happened next. As immigrants, agents twisted the 25-year-old's arms. They repeatedly repeatedly tried to take him to the ground while he yelled, "I'm a citizen." Officers pull out his real ID, which Alabama only issues to those legally in the United States, but the agents dismissed it as fake. Officers held Garcia Venegas handcuffed for more than an hour, and his brother was later deported.
Was his brother an illegal immigrant?
It doesn't say, but I'm assuming he isn't because they're in the country legally. Like, if he's in the country legally, then surely his brother has to, right?
Wait, didn't you literally say the brother was undocumented? You know they can't deport an American citizen, right? They have to. What's happening is the people are refusing to provide identity, or it's not.
He
enough,
literally
and they detain.
They
them
literally
until they can
provided an
verify their
ID.
identity.
They grabbed his real ID, but they didn't believe him.
Okay, so then he had to stand for an hour. Like, that's terrible. I don't think he should have had to stand handcuffed.
No,
for an
but this
hour,
shows
did
that
he get
ICE
deported? No,
agents
they did
are
their jobs and they
targeting
verified he was
people
a citizen.
of race. They're targeting people because of race.
Okay, so if you most of the illegal immigrants.
Can we just say that
come
racism
from
is bad?
South America. Yeah. We can
Okay,
say that.
so
course
when
it is.
ICE is literally doing racism, they're literally targeting Hispanic people, regardless if.
Well, yeah, but apparently they're only doing it 0.0000425% of the time. So I'm fine with that.
No, I'm not fine with
It's literally
that.
less
I'm
than
not fine
1%.
with that at all.
So it's literally less than 1%.
I don't care if it's point
And none
zero
of them were
zero
deported,
zero
so
zero
they
zero
held
zero
them.
zero zero 1%. That's still bad. There cannot be any room for error at all.
So in a country of hundreds of millions, there cannot be a single error. That's just unrealistic, dude.
No, in my opinion, there cannot be any error. I think
In an ideal world, yeah, there'd be no error. But if you refuse, I mean, dude, let's be honest. Again, they're probably not showing their IDs, or they just don't have them on them. So they detain them. That's standard police protocol. They detain them until they can verify their identity. And no American citizens have been deported, so they're doing their job. They're verifying their identity and letting.
also,
them go.
can we mention the fact that ICE agents are literally treating them as subhuman as well? Most of the people who are in
In what
detainment,
way?
they don't even get any like food and water for days.
I don't.
They literally separated families together back in the first term. And they literally refuse to provide them
done
with
that.
bedding.
They know the risk. They know the risks. They know the risks when they come. over here
Doesn't
with the
doesn't
family.
mean
They
that
know
you
they
get to
can't be
treat
separated.
them like garbage.
They're not. treated
They're
like garbage
absolutely
there, so
treated like
I
garbage.
don't believe they're not feeding them for days. Because they came over here and broke the laws of the country, and refused to.
They don't have
accept
documents.
The rule of the
Starve
land.
them and don't give
They
them
don't have
water
documents,
and
that's
don't give them bedding.
No,
Separate their
they're not
families.
starving them. I don't think that's true. If that's true, that's terrible.
It's
but
true.
That's not true. They can't not feed them.
They literally didn't do that.
I don't think that's true. Is there something you could like link or something? Because I really
Yeah.
don't think that's a true claim. I believe they're separating the families, but the families knew that when they decided to hop the border. They were not forced to hop the border.
Okay. I mean, we can definitely talk about that later. I might actually consider ending it soon because I've been live for about 2 hours now. So I might do a couple more until I'm satisfied with how much you're doing. But thank you for coming up.
All right.
I hope you have a good day today.
Yeah, of course, man.
I'm gonna bring up Banana. How are you doing today? Hello? Banana. Your mic? Okay. I go in for... Okay. If you want up, please raise your hand. I will not know if you... Okay. I'll do Axis. How are you doing today?
What's up?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing
I'm doing
pretty
pretty
good. How
good.
are you doing?
What do you want to debate about?
Well, I just have something to say about when you were talking about the like ICE agents like targeting people of Hispanic like
Yeah.
ethnicity. I think that's fair to do in a way because obviously most of the undocumented immigrants are coming from South America and they are of that ethnicity. So why would they target people who are not?
Okay,
you know?
so you're saying you're fine with racism.
It's
It
not
literally.
racism.
What's the definition of racism?
It's
what's the
pattern
what's the
recognition.
definition of racism? Okay,
I
the
don't know, you
definition of
tell me.
racism is literally a bias
Everyone's got
against
different
one's
definitions.
one's race and ethnicity.
Okay, well, if the pattern shows,
The pattern shows.
isn't it supposed to be an unjustified bias?
Did you know
though?
that
That's pretty
undocumented migrants are
justified to
less
me.
likely to commit a crime than natural-born U.S. citizens? This is according to
They-
PNAS.
They committed a crime the second they entered the country.
In my opinion, no. No.
100% of
Literally no.
undocumented immigrants are.
I do not consider it
criminals.
a crime.
How do you define a criminal?
I define a
then?
criminal by someone who has committed an extremely heinous act against humanity.
So you're saying like stuff like graffiti and shoplifting is not a crime?
Well, it's bad, but it's not a heinous crime, no.
Those aren't heinous.
No, they're not violent criminals by any means.
So what is it then? No. I'm not saying it's violent, but they all are all criminals. Anytime you do anything illegal, you're a
Okay, I
criminal.
don't think we should be treating every single criminal like an
You don't have
animal
to kill
just
someone or
because they
shoot
did
someone.
something like speed or something.
They're not being treated like.
They
an
are
animal.
absolutely being treated like an animal.
They knew their risk when they came here.
They knew
and
their
they're just,
risk when they get here.
having what came
Yeah,
from that.
so you're using people who didn't want to go through the process because the process is currently corrupt. Right?
There's ways to do
And
it.
the way to do it right now is wait
they
your
can seek
your
refugee.
entire life. Even refugees are being targeted. Even refugees are being
It does
targeted.
not take their entire life. It does not take their entire life.
I've met someone who literally took 20 years to even get into the country. I don't think you have any right to speak about it doesn't
Okay,
take their entire
well,
life. It literally takes 1/5 of their entire life.
You think it's fair for the people waiting in line for people to skip it? You think it's fair for the people waiting in line for people like that to come?
I don't think it's
like,
fair to
skip the
even
line
make
because they
them
don't wanna
wait that long in the first place. I think we should have more ports of entry because the reason
Okay, well they can't just let
the
them in.
reason
It takes time.
the reason
They
we
can't
have
just-
this issue is because we don't have enough ports of entry, and because we don't have enough ports of entry, it takes really slow because we don't have an efficient way to process every single person. If we have more ports of entry, then this problem wouldn't even exist in the first place. So we wouldn't even have to target undocumented migrants.
Doesn't America have like the most immigrants out of any country?
Yeah, and we have like not a lot of ports of entry for how wide our area is. We only have like 387 ports of entry. I think we should have like 1,000 at the very least.
Okay. I mean, I agree that we could have a few more.
Way more, in my opinion. Like, I think it should be in the thousands.
I still don't think that excuses people breaking the law to enter the country just because they don't want to.
So your solution is to just bring them back to their own countries and have them wait for an extra 10 years.
Yes.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
that is not fair
Yeah,
at
they
all.
wouldn't have had to wait
That's
an
just
extra 10
punishing
years
them.
if they just
That's just
waited to
punishing
begin
them
with.
for something that's our fault. We made the immigration system like this. We made it hard on
Okay.
purpose.
It's not a right to come to America.
No, but it's our right to accept them because that's literally the backbone of our entire country.
No, it's not.
How is it not?
Yeah, if you come here like fully legally. If you show up illegally, don't pay taxes, and just
Last
like
year,
you're a criminal. Like, the second you
undocumented
come here, you're a
migrants paid
criminal.
over $100 billion in taxes. Well, close to $100 billion in taxes.
Yeah, what, in sales tax? In sales tax when they buy shit from the store?
Yeah, in sales tax. So imagine
They're
if
not
we
paying
gave
income
them.
tax.
Imagine if we gave every
But
undocumented
it costs
migrant.
more. They get free health care.
Imagine. Okay, imagine.
It costs more than the $100 billion they paid in taxes.
Imagine, right?
They bring in no
Hold
revenue
on.
for the country.
Can I make a point here?
Yeah.
Imagine, right? Imagine if instead of deporting every undocumented migrant just because of the simple fact that they are undocumented, right? Instead of doing that, why don't we just give them a way to document themselves? Why don't we just document them so that they can become a citizen?
That's just rewarding criminals. That's just going to make everyone want to come in illegally just to go through that way.
No.
What do you mean no? If people see that people can just enter the country illegally and then just get given citizenship, everyone's going to do it.
Jim Dean just said, so I good little research will tell you that illegal immigrants don't get free healthcare here. The tax they pay goes toward your healthcare. But y'all don't like research, so.
Yo, Jim Dean, they're not okay, so if an illegal immigrant pulls up to an ER, right? They're not going to turn them away, and they're also not going to have to pay that bill. So who eats the bill?
The immigrant.
Hospitals cannot turn away someone. No, they do not pay that, dude.
No, they legally have to pay.
They're not paying it.
No, they legally have to pay because according to the law.
Where are they going to bill them? They're going to what? Send a bill to their address? They're not even documented. They're not getting the bill.
They have to pay the bill because they don't get free healthcare.
I'm not saying they get a
They get it
whole
at the
free
hospital.
healthcare plan, but they get free.
They get the bill at the hospital.
Okay. It's not like they're going to hold you there until you pay it. They don't pay it.
Yeah, because they
Getting
can't
the
pay
bill
it.
and paying it is two different things.
So
They what?
So here's the thing. You like to go on all of this. Oh, undocumented migrants are like they waste our resources. They're not even eligible for most of them.
But they still receive
They're
it.
not. No, they don't. They're not eligible for Social Security. They're not eligible for food stamps. They're not eligible for free healthcare. They shouldn't be here in the first place, says Gabe. So my question would be why? Because immigration is literally the backbone of our entire country. Like, that is an undeniable fact. It literally is.
Legal immigration. Yeah.
The
legal
problem
immigration.
with the argument of the just do it legally. There's not an efficient way to do it legally. Like, there literally isn't.
We're just going in
There is
circles here.
zero efficiency in the immigration system. So what I'm arguing is we should make it
Just
more.
because there's
Can
not
I
an
speak?
efficient way to do it,
Can I
there's
speak?
still
I
a
am
way
not
to
done
do it. Even
making
if
my
it's not
point.
efficient,
I am
doesn't
not
mean
done
that
making
you
my
have
point.
to
I'm
come
going to
in
mute you.
illegally.
I'm not done making my point.
You're low-key fat as shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So you're banned for not having a productive conversation. You insulted me. That is not productive. So you're banned. Anyone who want to come up? I'm gonna bring up Poeza back up. How are you doing today? Oh, welcome back up.
What's going on, twin? Hey, what's going on? I've been chat GPT and some things, you know. I'll admit it first. I'll be using chat GPT for arguments. I'm not gonna act slick. But like we can discuss some of the things. Me personally, like all troll stuff aside, like I'm probably lean more liberal towards some things, but there's some things I do like agree with, like Republican wise, that I just like to like talk about. Uh, I guess one of the main things that I kind of agree with Trump is a whole entire let's see here. Gotta walk in. I like just his whole entire. I think he went his first term. You asked me about his first term, bro. What do you mean I suck? Get down. Hold on, bro. I have 10 minutes to cook. His first term, I just like his economic policies. His first term, and I don't think a Democratic candidate could do.
Okay, so you like the
something like
fact that he literally gave tax cuts to the top 1% of income earners, even though they pay barely any money in taxes.
Well, putting that aside, he did a lot of things for also the middle class.
No, he didn't.
As well.
He actually
His
screwed
first
the middle
term.
class
Not
over,
his
actually.
second term.
Because do you know where those tax breaks are? Do you know who are paying for those tax breaks?
Middle and low
Yeah.
class.
Also, Gabe. No, he did not give tax cuts to the middle class. That's literally not what happened. Universal tax cuts. No, he gave tax cuts to the top 1%. That's literally what happened. We're not going to be denying. We're not going to be denying facts.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He literally gave tax cuts to the rich. That's literally what the bill did. That's literally what his 2017 tax code did.
It's saying from 35% to 21% for corporate tax, but he reduced individual tax rates as well. That's what it said on ChatGPT.
Okay.
Do you agree with anything that Trump does?
No, I don't. I don't agree with anything Trump does.
I don't like anything that Trump does as a moderate, but I don't think you know what? I'm gonna just be real, twin. That Trump is a horrible person. I can't even argue for him. I can't even play devil's advocate for him. I'll see you later.
I'm gonna bring you up next. How are you doing today?
Finally. Why is it okay? Oh, it does that sometimes, Mom. You just gotta press through all the buttons and then it will turn down. What have you done now, Mom?
Hello, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my mom. Anyways, often with everyone in the server, I want you to actually join me on a different game. The game is called One More Life.
I'm good.
Have you ever heard
I'm
of that
good.
game before?
I'm gonna debate someone else. I'm gonna bring Gabe back up. All right.
What was that kid?
I have no idea.
All right, bro. Okay.
I mean, I guess he just wanted to play a
Start
game, I
finding friends
guess.
to play with. Bro, what's your opinion on communism?
Well, I used to be one. I don't believe in it anymore. I actually.
What made you
So the
change
reason
your
I
idea?
changed my stance on communism, well,
that.
one, because I grew up. I was 13 and I was dumb. All right, so obviously, a teenager in communism, it's a mix, right?
Something.
But the simple answer is I grew up. I literally just became an adult. That's the simple answer I can give.
All right,
But if you want the in-depth of why, I guess it would fall into
communism helped the world.
no, it didn't. And I guess it's more so because I actually went and studied history from an unbiased view.
Yeah, it's a valid answer there. It's a good answer. I like.
First of all, communism usually leads to a famine. It's a very, very common. It's a very common pattern. There was a famine during the Stalin era, that killed that unalived 20 million people. There was a famine during North Korea in the 1990s. where we don't even know how many people were unalived. There was a famine in China that led to the most amount of deaths under any leader ever, 80 million people. What about all of the tech and economic development? That's like
Look at Russia now.
that's capitalism. That's not even communism. That's just capitalism at that point.
What tech are you talking about, human? What piece of tech are we talking about here?
Do you want me to debate a human proxy?
Well, yeah, I mean, sure, I guess if he's gonna advocate for communism.
Okay.
I wanna hear it.
Alright, this might actually be the last one I do. I've been live for about 2.5 hours. Alright, how are you doing today? Hello?
I'm good. I'll be debating in favor of communism today. So, yeah.
All right.
You think it didn't lead to tech and economic development? Where do you think that?
Yeah. The reason I believe so is I mean, just look, for example, I mean, when you're literally forcing people to work, that's not really development. That's just literally forcing people to work. That's literally like. Actually, I was about to say the word, but I don't know if I can say the word. It's.
Yeah, like forced labor camps and stuff like that. Like the. Yeah, I love all of that. You see, they took these peasant countries like China and Russia, and they turned them into massive economic blocks of world dominance. So yeah.
So
that's a fact.
My question is,
well, Russia got cooked after it became an oligarchy, you know.
So I want to ask you a question. Would you support what America did in the 1850s?
In the 1850s, like the company towns and stuff like that.
I can't say the word, but
about
it's forcing a certain group of people to do work for the other group of people.
Oh, like a certain ethnic group of an ethnic persuasion. I don't know. Is that communism?
Not necessarily, but it does have that key aspect. Yes.
I disagree. I think it's racism instead.
Okay. Well, I mean, it still relies on forced labor, does it not? I just realized I forgot to start the timer.
About communism is to make everyone
continue. I'm so sorry.
Is that I was just saying, like, socialism, communism will actually lead to the opposite thing. You know, everyone gets to be free in the society.
Okay, so so tell
true.
me any communist country, like any communist country where that is the case. That
China.
has become more capitalistic than communist. Try again.
How is it more capitalistic?
Yeah, so they first of all, they do free trade, which is not a communist thing.
Well, I mean, would you say that America would be capitalist if you could just walk over and take Apple? Because China can do that to any of its companies and just take the whole company, yoink it, steal it.
What? I don't know what you're...
Well, like what they did with the Alibaba guy. The guy they just like fucking knocked out and
you can't swear, you might
disappeared
get banned for
like
that.
months. What's his name? Oh, I'm cooked. Yeah, I joked. I don't actually like communism at all. So, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Did he get VC banned? He just went silent. Oh no, you didn't. Oh, you didn't.
I hope not.
Okay.
This will be my second time. I swear by accident. No. What is your politics actually?
I mean,
What is it? Are you
yeah,
liberal?
yeah,
Like
liberal.
actual liberal?
So by liberal, I know there's different definitions of liberal because many countries actually have a different view on what left and right is. In the case of American liberalism, it's like moderate left. Like it isn't like far left like communism, but it isn't like extremely center either or extremely right.
So you're like Joe Biden, basically. Or is that too left?
I guess it's a fair-ish comparison. It's basically someone who believes in basic human rights and a bigger government so that there isn't more corruption.
Wouldn't liberal be smaller government?
No,
though?
I'm pretty
strictly
sure
speaking.
the right believe in a smaller government.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So you're more like a left libertarian then, or something like that. Well, what's your philosophy? Like
I
your core
believe that
philosophy?
everyone should have equal rights, and that I believe that everyone should have an equal opportunity, and everyone should be able to just live peacefully and not have to worry whether they are able to afford food or afford a house or afford literally healthcare. That's my basic philosophy.
So, okay, another question. Are you utilitarian? Like, any government, if it did those things, would you support it, regardless of the policy?
Well, I mean, what? Wait, can
Hypothetically.
you ask that again?
Well, let's say that a government can provide all of that, but it's degrading some of the human rights. You see, like that. Like imagine,
Yeah,
for
no,
example,
I don't believe in
a
degrading any
government
human
could
rights
more
at all.
easily-
So, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Fair enough. Yeah, China does that, right? They do like human test tubes and stuff like that, and like shoot people.
Again, I might be. If I were you, I might be careful with what you say.
Oh wait, is that not allowed? to say
Might
those
not be.
things?
It's a bit risky. I don't know if it is, but it is potentially not allowed.
What if I say Tiananmen Square? Tiananmen Square, Taiwan is a country. Will it get banned for that? or what?
Might. I've seen a screenshot where someone did get banned from that at one point, but that was a meme.
Oh, I will never be able to do my minor in China ever. Oh, it's so over for me. East Asia is locked off.
If you say that in China, you'll get banned IRL.
That is true. You'll be sent to the Uyghurs or whatever they're called, right?
Yeah.
The Muslims that get like sent to the concentration camps. I probably shouldn't be saying these words. They're probably very bad words.
Yeah.
The re-education camps. Let's say that. Sounds more. Well. Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't have much to disagree upon because I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it would be funny. I was trolling, low key.
Okay.
Let TP up. Yeah, let him up. Let TP debate.
Actually, I
TP
might
is my
actually
guy.
call it here, unfortunately. Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, he's scared.
It's not
to
that I'm.
debate.
It's not that
TP to call
I'm
out.
scared. It's just I've been live for 2.5 hours.
You're scared to confront the truth that the real economic system of society is random killings and anarcho-capitalism.
Okay.
Is the best
I mean,
way
I
to
guess I'll
organize a
debate
society.
TP for. I hope you have a good day. I'm sorry for not saying that before I kick you off, but I'll debate you for half of the time. I'll debate you for like 5 minutes.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Yo. So what did you want to debate about?
I just wanted to debate about tea people again. I mean, I went to go eat dinner, as you know, and then I came back, and now
Okay.
I'm here. So, um, so we agreed that a social construct is something that is bad or not bad, but something that people in society agrees upon, right? So, if I said, right, gender is whatever society says it is, okay? Because, again, that's what, I mean, it's a social construct. I could say whatever gender I am, right? It's kind of like saying, currency is worth whatever we want it to equal to, even if it's not backed by anything real. So, for instance, right, money, dollar, would be backed by commodities or currencies in the terms of gold and silver, or gender would be backed by a biological term, male and female, right? So the problem here is if we got rid of the term male and female, gender, the word or gender being a social construct would mean nothing. The same way money, if it wasn't backed by gold and silver, would also mean nothing. The problem with this is if you detach it from biological reality, it stops being basically coherent. You know what I mean? So gender being a social construct, I would say is, I don't want to say it's like saying it's worthless or whatever. I don't know the word to basically say that, or I don't know what the word to describe it as, but using it as a shield to say that I'm a tea person and I could go in public restrooms and compete in sports, I think is very wrong, because I could also say if a society agreed upon murder, right? If that socially, it's a social construct, right?
Yeah.
If they agreed upon murder being right, is it right? Is it right or no?
Well,
is it
morally
right?
speaking,
Logically, is it
morally
right?
speaking, no. Obviously not. I mean,
Logically, is it right as well? Is it logically right to say murder is
yeah.
Yeah, right. So with that being said, right? If I say for gender, if I said I'm a male person, or no, I'm a male. But if I said I was a female person and I want to compete in, let's say, a women's sport, is that logically correct? or no?
It depends if you have gone through HRT or not.
Why would HRT matter? I mean, even if a man went on HRT, he would still be at a biological.
We do not have
advantage
enough
over a
evidence to
woman.
support either claim.
Are you sure about that?
Wait, can you ask that again? I was zoning out. Sorry.
Are you sure there's no evidence to support that
Not
claim?
that I've seen, though. I've tried searching about it. There is no good resource that I could find that says whether men or women do have a biological advantage over each other or not, biologically, even after HRT.
Do you know who Leah Thomas is? So Leah Thomas was a T woman who won a NCAA Division I national championship. It was a 500-yard freestyle, and Leah Thomas was on HRT.
Okay.
I mean, in general, right? I mean, do you know what HRT does?
Yeah, it generally replaces the hormones in your body to match more with the biological composition of what your identified and preferred gender is.
So if let's say you went on HRT, would you say we would have the same advantages as a woman still?
Again, I wouldn't be able to answer that because I don't know.
I would say it would be still at a biological advantage. But my time's up here, so that
Okay.
was just all I had to say.
Thank you for coming up. I'm probably gonna call the stream here. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who came on. And yeah, I'll see you next weekend. I will be live at 3 Central Daylight Time, Central Standard Time. On Saturday. On Saturday, November 1st. Yeah, I go live every Saturday and Sunday at 3. And I do these debates. But yeah, hopefully you all have a good day today. And I'll see you later. Alright. That went better than expected. Ramchu eating politics? What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean by Ramchu eating politics? What the fuck? Check Discord memes, it's Ramchu number 3? You made a fucking third one? No. Oh my god! He made a fucking third Ramchu. Hold on. For the love of God, stop making fucking shoes of me! Please! Please, for the love of God! Stop making fucking shoes of me! God damn! This is his second shoe. Why is he making shoes of me? This is the third fucking time in a row that he's made a fucking shoe out of my face. Why? Fucking why? Like, god damn. Anyway, bye everyone.